Yo, what is up, people? We are back with another Escape from Tarkov video, and I'm going to try and keep this one as short as I possibly can. It might not be too easy. It is quite a big map to try and explain, but I've been getting asked a lot in chat to basically just explain labs, do a bit of a guide, try and explain where the extracts are, where the high tier loot is, what keys and key cards, etc. are worth it. And I'm going to try and separate this video. We're going to do extracts first, then we're going to do key cards, then we're going to try and show all the high tier loot and basically explain some of the call outs and stuff like that. I will be fast forwarding parts of the video so you don't get bored, but I'll try and make it slow enough so you can actually follow the routes that I'm taking. So let's switch straight across. We are currently in the underground area. We are standing at a dead end. This is probably a good place to start. We're going to go into this room here. This button is going to link to the medical elevator. This is Sector O. If you ever hear the lady come over the announcement and she says Sector O, somebody has pressed that button there. We are going to run straight along. We're going to press this elevator here, which is medical. It quite literally just turns the power on to that. Nice and easy. This next extract, I'm just going to run along. Going to showcase it. We're not going to speed up the video just yet. If I turn right just here, go into this dark corridor. This is the ventilation shaft. If you get dailies and weeklies that like ask you to extract from labs, best place to go. But you can't extract using a bag, so you just run in, you go and sit there, boom, you're out. Nice and easy. If I run back along this dark corridor, we're going to go into this middle room here, and this bit of the video I will speed up. This is going to be Sector G. If you ever hear somebody press Sector G, they will then normally run along the corridor and press Sector O at the end that I just pressed a second ago. But I will show you where this elevator links to. It is, as we come out of this door here, this is that corridor. There was Sector O down there, and there was the elevator. I'm now going to fast forward the video and run up to where that would extract you. So you'll have seen that I've literally ran up all of the stairs. Sector G was obviously in that middle room, and that links to this elevator here, which is cargo. Nice and easy. Those two buttons there are always available. They are 100% every single time. So press those. Now I'm going to run along, and I'll fast forward it, and we'll get to hangar. So we are now at hangar, and if you ever hear somebody press the button and the announcer says Sector B, that is this one here, and it will allow you to actually extract if you go up the ramp and you go out. Sector B, that means somebody just pressed this. This isn't 100% available, so you'll hear it, it'll get pressed, the alarm will go off, and there will be a potential for raiders to spawn. Right, so the next one is Sector Y, or parking button. Again, this isn't 100%. You can open this door and you press this button here if it's available, which it is, luckily. And again, you would run up here. Sector Y, and you would literally run up that ramp there, and you basically go into either of the two sides, and you can extract at Sector Y or parking button. So now I could have ran down those stairs to my left, or I'm going to go down here through this door. And now this one is 100% available. This is Sector R, or she kind of says air, and it is main elevator. And again, I'll show you where it links to. Sector R. You go through this door here, and that will literally link to this elevator here. So this is main. Nice and easy. That is pretty much all of the extracts covered as fast as I possibly could. I haven't done the sewage conduct because that is like right out the way. And to be honest, like very few people use it. If you do want me to do it, leave a comment and I can do a little short on that one. But I know I've said Ultimate Labs Guide, but we are going to skip that. We are now going to go through the key cards. So I've now positioned myself at parking button. Obviously, I just went in here. I ran across the whole map. So hopefully you roughly know where I'm at. And I'm going to show you every single key card on the map and kind of explain whether I think they're worth it or not. We're going to run along here. And this room here is yellow key card. I think it sells for around 10 to 11 million right now. I wouldn't really say it's worth the money. It used to be quite rubbish and sell for literally 40 to 50,000 back in the day. It's kind of improved. So yeah, I wouldn't really say that's worth it. That is yellow key card. If we run back along this way, we're going to run along this corridor. Be super careful if you do ever run along this corridor. This is just carnage. And we're going to go into here. A lot of people like to camp in here. You don't have to swipe on the way in. You go in. This one here is Violet. I would say this is worth it, this wipe. It cost me about 10 million. But I did get like double LEDX out of here. You can get all your high tier loot items, GPSAs, MCCs, GPUs, everything in there. Very good room. Couple of weapons crates, etc. as well, and loads of weapons attachments. This one here is red. Everyone knows red, the history of red, but it's just not worth it. Do not buy red. It's pointless. You go in there. Kind of the good thing with red is that if you go in there and you're a bit scared, you can just lock yourself in. I don't think you've got all the millions to be doing that if you're scared. So let's run across to the other side of the map and show you where all the action normally goes down. Black keycard. So black keycard is one that is actually available by completing Colleagues Part 3, which requires you to hand in 10 labs cards, a 3 BTG stim, an AHF1 stim, and do not kill Sanitar. This here is black keycard. You can open this door and swipe it from this side, or you can open this door and swipe it from this side. Gonna pop another stim to keep us going. And then just to showcase how labs kind of links up, that is black keycard. And if I was to run up these stairs here, this will now take me up to green keycard, which is this side. And this one is the keycard with blue marking, which is also known as Sanitar's room. So you do require this for a quest. I wouldn't advise paying for it to actually loot it. I think it's a one-time use and it's just not worth it, but you do need it for a quest. Green keycard, again, isn't what it used to be. It used to be a very good room. It's way too expensive for what it is. And just kind of show how labs links up. Obviously, I ran up those stairs. Black is right underneath me. If I was to go down here, this would now link me to black. And at the far end of this hallway is blue keycard. And again, I wouldn't personally advise getting blue keycard. I don't think it's worth the money. But I'll show you where it is anyway. This is blue. You would swipe here. And there's a green keycard spawn around here. So just check everywhere. All right. We're going to go back out. And now we're going to kind of go through and show where all the good loot can spawn. So if I go up, we are going to go back to cargo elevator. Again, just to showcase how everything links up on this map. If I was to go all the way down those stairs, I would be back in the underground where we started. Or if I was to run to the end of this hallway, there is some exact same sort of noisy stairs, windy stairs along there, which would rotate me all the way down to go to the medical elevator that I showed you right at the start. Everything on labs kind of links up. It's all parallel and kind of has its little connections. Very good for rotations and fighting people. But starting from here, let's do some loot. Loot these med crates. I found a LEDX in here the other day. It's always worth looting. There's a couple of stims and stuff that can spawn in here. Medical items, if you really fancy checking it. I very, very rarely do. And then in here, all of them rooms in there, around the corner. Check all of these. You can get stims and medical items. It's actually quite good in labs now to keep looting the open areas because you can get stims everywhere, not only in the keycard rooms. You get stims on these tables. If we run along, I'll kind of just keep explaining as we go. These maps are really confusing. If I was to, again, go all the way down these stairs. We're at the medical. Oh, run along there. Showed you that earlier. Nice and easy. So we're going to go all the way back up. And we're at green. Lovely. Just to the right here, this is server. In here, there is absolutely no loot whatsoever, but there is server office that has a couple of PCs, weapon crate, some food and stuff. And then the little drop down that will take you into the O section that I showed earlier is just there. Be careful, you'll break your legs a lot of the time, but it does connect. And then if I jump up here, I'm going to just try and showcase it as best I can from up here and try to explain some of the callouts. I call this area construction because of the little machines. You can get some spicy mayo, also known as thermite, on this table. You get fuel, you get all your sort of your screwdrivers and stuff here. Same as in this sort of area. This is weapons testing. You can get the weapons testing key. Very good key. LEDXs, GPUs, your lions, all your high tier loot items can spawn inside there. There is 2 doors to enter on this side and this side. Be careful. People like to sit up here and shoot when people open it. This area just here, GPSA spawns, MCCs, LEDXs, the lot can all spawn around here. All your high tier loot, as well as 4 PCs. If I jump up this side, you have free med. Again, everything can spawn in here. I've literally seen near enough every single item in the entire game can spawn in here. All your high tier loot inside Dome for obvious reasons, you can get a LEDX spawn. I've seen it twice in around 7,000 hours, so don't count your chickens, all right? It's not going to spawn. In here, you get some, just on the floor around here, you get your electrical items and stuff. And there are a load of PCs here. There's another PC just in here. There's PCs here that you can it's worth looting. And on that table just there is a yellow keycard spawn. Sometimes I find it easier to actually look from distance when I'm explaining these loot guides. I think it kind of gives a bit of a broader scale of everything, because you have the dark offices up here. Free med, Dome, PCs, yellow keycard spawns just here. This is manager's office. You cannot access it from this side. There is no walkway. And then in here is dark office. We call this side blue dark office because it is closer to blue, which is obviously under the floor over here. And on this table, high tier loot, I found GPSAs, MCCs, everything all on this table. That is quite a regular spawn for them. On here, we've got a safe. We've got loot spawns here. Everything can spawn on here again. And again, just check every table. Check every single desk. Check all the PCs. And just here, check just here. Even if you can't see a loot item, things can spawn here. It's really, really good. And there we go. We've got duffels, everything in here. Honestly, just loot everything. If we go out, on here, you can get pretty much everything. I've had fuel. It's mainly sort of your kind of toolbox, tool sets, things like that. Those kind of items, I call them like miscellaneous items. Can spawn on there. Then we go in here again, same as the other dark office. Just check every single table, check all the PCs, check all of these shelves. Absolutely everything. Safe. Check the table. There's a duffel bag that can spawn on here. Box, jackets. Check everything, guys. And then we're going to go through. And again, just to showcase how everything links up, we are back here. This is obviously yellow. Yellow stairs. I call this like yellow fence or yellow gate because of the fence or gate. And manager's office. I wouldn't really advise buying this key. There is some okay loot just behind here, but raiders like to spawn. On here, green keycard spawn. Check this every single time. It's free to get here. And just there, that is manager's office. I mean, it's okay. There's a safe. There's some PCs. There's a weapon crate. Fairly decent loot. But I've always found that as soon as you open this, raiders will spawn over there in hangar. And then you just get lit up. And they will shoot you through these glass. It is not bulletproof. So we're going to run back through. And now this is over to the other side of the map. This area here on my right is kitchen. So running through here, obviously food items. I believe there is a yellow key card spawn on this table. I've never found it yet. And we are back at violet or red, where I showed you earlier. And along there is red bridge. I could show you exactly where it links to. Just again, kind of give you an example of how everything in labs just links up. You'll get rotated on by PMCs. People that have played this map a lot, they will know exactly where everything links. So if I run along these stairs, and we are at kitchen. I'm going to pop another stim and keep me going. We're going to go through, and this is where we just ran along. So again, just showcasing how everything in labs just links up all the time. Be careful of people rotating if they've played the map a lot. They'll know what they're doing. And if I was just to go under here, this is now the hangar area that we ran across earlier. Just outside there is the construction area that I showed with the cranes in the little booths or pods, whatever. So yeah, just kind of showcasing how absolutely everything links. Labs is a place where loot can spawn pretty much everywhere, even in here. Cat there, I found GPUs here. Found absolutely everything. You got filing cabinets, PCs. You just want to be looting everything and everywhere. You can get GPMPGs, weapon attachments and stuff over there. We're going to run through and I'm going to show you cat and then blue office. So this is cat for obvious reasons. And as you can see, we've got a Bitcoin just chilling on the floor. We've got this dude that's worth like 50, 60k. Cat area. And then over here, we have blue office. We are struggling for stamina at this point, guys. But here we go. Blue office for obvious reasons. Again, you got PCs, you got jackets. There's a suitcase that can spawn here. Duffel bag, PCs, high tier loot spawns. More high tier loot spawns on here, on this table. PCs everywhere. So just make sure you are looting absolutely everywhere, guys, because there's just spawns everywhere. You have high tier loot here on this table. All your labs only items like your MCCs and GPSAs can literally spawn on any of these places. In cat, in this room, in all the other high tier loot spawns that I've showed you throughout this run. And the last little bit that I'm going to showcase is if I just go down here, we have what we call bunk beds. Again, say what you see on labs, guys. There's bunk beds. That's where I'm at. There's a safe, jacket, duffel, filing cabinets, and this surprisingly will link once again to here. We are back up at red/violet. I call this red stairs, red bridge, kitchen area. We're back. I know I've repeated myself a lot, guys, and it maybe has taken a little bit longer than I did expect, but you realize when you're running around in labs, there's actually quite a little bit more to show than I thought. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, it'd be absolutely fantastic if you could like, comment, sub to the channel, and come check me out at twitch.tv/iminiman, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. UK time. I'll catch you there. Much love. Peace out. And out.